Hey guys, today we're talking eBay restocking fees in reference to returns and why you should offer returns with a restocking fee. Now, let me first say that I know a lot of people don't like offering returns on eBay, and I know there are a lot of bad eBayers who either buy stuff that they are kind of on the fence about wanting and just, I'll decide later, it's, not going to cost me anything to send it back, even though they're wasting a seller's time and costing a seller money. I know some people, I don't really want it, but I'll buy it and see if I like it. You know what I mean? Like, me personally, I know what a headache returns and refunds are. So unless I'm sure I want, that's not to say I'm never going to return something, but unless I know I want something, I'm not going to inconvenience a seller and buy their item just to maybe see if I want it. Also, I know that, with tools and even clothes, I know there's a lot of people who will buy an item, use it one time, and then return it, whether it's a dress for an event, or maybe they need some kind of tool to get their car wheel off, so they buy the tool, use it once, and then return it. So I know returns can be a hassle. Depending on what category you sell in, returns are more common. Obviously, clothing is a really popular one. A, because some people abuse it and buy something, wear it once, and return it. And B, just because you never really know how something's going to look or how something's going to fit on you. So just the nature of the product kind of is going to lead to a higher percentage of returns. But I really do recommend that people offer returns, with one exception. And here's why you want to offer returns. You're going to show up better in search rankings by offering returns. You're also going to be able to, or at least be eligible to become an eBay power seller and a top-rated seller. Both of those things are going to help you rank higher in searches, and also they're going to give you discounts on your final value fees and shipping fees. So that's why you want to offer returns, because it opens up all those doors for you. Also, it gives buyers a little bit more confidence that if it doesn't fit, if they don't like the item, whatever, they are able to return it without having it to be like a defective item. One caveat to this, though, I highly recommend, and honestly I would almost say only offer returns if you're going to do a restocking fee. And you can offer a restocking fee of, I think, 5%, 10%, or up to 20%. You may be able to do 15% as well. But what does this mean? If I sell an item for $100 and I'm charging a 20% restocking fee, if the item's defective or I didn't ship it, well then, yeah, the buyer can get a refund, and it's not, the restocking fee isn't applicable. However, let's say, for example, that somebody buys an item from me and then they just decide, I don't want it, or maybe they were waiting on another auction that was going off and they figured they'd buy mine, and if they won the auction they'd return mine. That's fine if they want to do that, but it's going to cost them 20% because of the inconvenience for me, because I paid for shipping on that item, and also depending on the item, I may not be able to resell that item as a new item if the packaging has been opened up, or if it's been worn, or if it's no longer in the same condition it was when I sent it out. So returns, the restocking fee allows you as a seller to offer returns without getting taken advantage of, or at the very least, so you're not really out money on shipping or damaged product or whatever else. So, like I said, say I'm selling an item and someone buys it from me and they just decide they don't want it, or they bought a second one and they don't need mine. You can return it to me, but on a $100 item, you're going to pay a 20% restocking fee, so you're going to lose $20. So that really deters people from doing returns. And I'll tell you why that's good, is because people aren't going to return things on a whim. I don't know that I've ever had somebody follow through with a return after finding out about the restock. I mean, I shouldn't say finding out about the restocking fee, because it's very upfront in my listing that I charge a restocking fee. But if you're an eBay seller, most buyers don't read listings, which is why a lot of returns happen. Oh, I didn't realize it was such and such. Well, my title and my description clearly explained that it was this, or it had this feature or whatever. Well, I didn't read that. So basically, buyers' mistakes don't become your loss when you have a restocking fee. And I mean, I still don't like returns. It is a hassle. I'm waiting for their product to come in. I gotta, it creates extra work and extra headache for me. However, you're compensated for it. Any shipping costs you paid to send out that item will probably be covered. You should be able to get your final value fees back on a return anyways, but any final value fees that you weren't credited back should be covered. And if you send out a shirt, let's just say, we'll say a shirt, and they send back the shirt, and now there's a button missing, well, it's either you have to sew a new button on it, or you have to now sell it as used with missing a button, or with an aftermarket button, if you want to call a button that, but basically a button that doesn't match, and you're not going to be able to sell the product for the full cost. So by offering a return with a restocking fee, the buyer is going to lose 20%, and you're going to be compensated 20% for the headache, as well as, you know, any loss in money from selling that item and having it returned. So like I said, I mean, offering